Listen, guys, I will do whatever it takes to get him to marry me. Jesus understands us all.
Jesus does not understand sin.
What we girls can learn from the relationships.
If I give Gita the ring that she's been asking for, I fear all the respect she has for me will go out on the window.
Oh, now that makes sense. Her energy is too much, but you can't blame her. She's carrying baggage from her house.
My mother is very, very intimidating. And he needs to understand that.
I do, but I need her in my corner.
Little lies. When Munachi said, this doesn't look like home, I was just like, oh my gosh, Koinsola, why?
It is well represented in several other things as well. It is in the suspicious moves.
You're not dating. See, you are in a prison.
These were the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior. Stop. Don't you believe in the word of God again?
Did you see how this guy roped it into, are you not committing sin? This same person is knocking you, telling you shall be punished. Are you joking?
It's about sex. Of Jesus Christ. Holy Ghost fire.
University girl wants to start dating old man. Oh. Hi, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? What's happening? My name is Obi Odike Nwachukwu, your girl. Welcome to another episode of Girls Chat, our corner. You get me? There's always one thing or one area that you must find Omi Odike. Matters of girls, relationship, how we can roll with these guys better. Find me there. Today we are analyzing the series Just Us Girls. What? And if you have not watched Just Us Girls on YouTube, you're missing. Season 2. The ghetto, the drama, the gist, the juice, everything's there. So basically, Just Us Girls chronicles the lives of 3 ladies, their relationship lives actually.
Hey! I'm dead.
God forbid, you will not die in the name of Jesus. Amen.
We all have like different boyfriends, you get me, and how they are moving in like their relationships. And if you ask me, I would say that their relationship kind of just covers almost everyone's relationship. Like you will literally see yourself in either Koinsola's relationship or Ame's relationship or GT's relationship. Yeah, so me, I'm going to be reviewing what we girls can learn from the relationships, where the girl sleeps. If you've watched Just Us Girls, this gist will switch you. If you've not watched this, I'll try not to give you as much spoilers. Even though you watch this video, you can happily go and watch it, and in fact to even make it sweeter, because you know the gist is here. You get me? Exactly. Let's go. Boom. GT and Sammy. GT is the first friend out of the 3 gang, and her boyfriend is Sammy.
Beg, I take God beg you. She can't talk with that one now.
She said what she's trying to
I'm not interested in what she's trying to say. Come on now, Munachi wants to marry you. And this is me just trying to get Sammy to commit. Listen, guys, I will do whatever it takes to get him to marry me. Jesus understands us all.
Jesus does not understand sin. He hates it.
Coming from someone who has had 0 sex and is unmarried.
Ladies, I get that, you know, it's important to be with a guy that you can be free with, you get me? That you can be yourself with, that you can, you know, just, it's good for the guy to see you. You don't want to be with a guy who you have to package a lot of times for and around. However, well, ladies, for a reason, you get me? Like, to me, I feel like there's something in our physics and our dynamics, and please, science students, give me words. There's something in our makeup, that's the word, yeah, that is supposed to be subtle and sweet and fun, you know? Yeah, we can be, yeah, but like, we also should have our feminine side. It's necessary to have that feminine energy. Once in a while, you pull it up. You can't just be, GT is very wosky. She's, my gosh, man, she's too much for me. But then I liked how the movie now took us back to her background. Yeah, man, I can't lie to you. Our background adds a lot to how we relate in life, even, and in our relationship. Because in the last episode of season 2, oh my gosh, they finally brought her mother to the scene, and I began to see where it came from.
You are now a stupid, useless idiot to give you belly.
I beg. Don't insult my woman like that, though.
Sure, care. You dey mad? You want me to slap your conscience? Okay, your brain don't dey touch, abi?
Waiting now, waiting she talk. Where you dey provoke? She lie? Abi you get a husband?
You get? Mama. Like a lot of times, yeah, the baggage that we carry in our lives affects the way we relate to people. Before you even go into a relationship, my advice for any girl is deal with your own baggage. I don't know where we got this thing where if you're not dating somebody, something is wrong with you. You have to date. I used to know somebody then who cannot even stay single. Like if she's single, she feels like there's something wrong with her. She has to be in a relationship. No, you got to learn to find yourself. You got to learn to like figure out yourself, love yourself. Learn yourself. If the reason that you're going to marry in heaven, you will marry. But before that marriage, deal with yourself because GT's energy was just too much. See now, she's dating this guy Sammy, right? They've been dating for like I think 3 years or 5 years. I think 5 years for a while, Sha. And she's asking the guy like, marry me. You get me like a lot, man. And the guy's not marrying her. You get me? And then the point where Sammy was asking GT for money a lot, even me, I was thinking like, nah, man, just maybe this Sammy's fake. In fact, I was like, he's fake. The episode where they were like, man, you know, he might be fake. Well, I was like, yeah, man, I was almost certain that he was fake until Sammy sat with Koinsola and revealed to Koinsola like why he's holding back marrying her.
If I give GT the ring that she's been asking for, I fear all the respect she has for me will go out on the window. She will not appreciate me anymore.
I was just like, oh, now that makes sense. Like, he can, her energy is too much, but you can't blame her. She's carrying baggage from her house. I mean, imagine your mother making you feel like you're not married, so you should not say anything. Oh my gosh, man. Like, that, just seeing where she was coming from. Ladies, deal with your baggage. I'm telling you, get to know God. And you can see, GT is not. She goes to church, but like, there's no connection. People that say, oh, I go to church. It's a lie. Going to church is one thing, but until you just fight, because God gives you the love that nobody else can give you. Get me? By the time God's love envelopes you, and trust me, I'm telling this from experience, by the time God's love envelopes you, you would not feel like you need somebody to come and make you know. And at the end of the day, man, if anyone in your life, your family, your parents even, is always constantly, or they know how to shake you, yeah, and bring out negative energy out of you, you got to give them distance. It's important to know when to take yourself out of even family. I'm telling you, see, take yourself out of family and heal. Find yourself, find wholeness. Jesus on, I learned a lot, I can't lie to you. Oh, boss. The final episode of season 2, they called it Final Disaster. Oh my gosh. I did not see that coming at all. They went to have lunch, you guys, and the moment GT got up from her chair and asked this guy, like, what you said to me at the store, did you mean it? And the guy was like, yeah, I meant it. I promise you, what she did next, I had to pause the movie. I said, wait. I needed like some minutes to just, I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Oh, the girl's desperate. Ladies, guys can smell desperation from a mile away. I'm telling you. And once you're desperate, it's not good. And I understand society pressure, family pressure, even your own biological clock pressure. I get it. That's why you need God. You see, it's God that will keep you sane when your time is ticking. Parents are asking questions. It's God, man. But anyways, yeah, that's all I learned from GT. We got to learn to package ourselves better and love ourselves. You have to love yourself. You really can't believe that your happiness and fulfillment must come from marriage. That's where you've gotten it wrong. You get me? Yeah. Let's now move to our girl, Koinsola and Munachi. The first thing I must say about Koinsola and Munachi is that I learned the importance of having like a Christian guidance in your relationship. When I was single, I never was somebody who was for that. I was somebody who like, I don't even get close to my pastors. Leave me, I beg. Baba, just day, make I do my own day. I can't forget the day my pastor saw me. I was single, obviously. And he saw me and he told like the head of singles, he was like, this girl should be matured singles. Just put her in that group. As soon as I left him, Pastor Bolaji, I turned investors. I was like, who is a mature single? I beg. As in like, even I was like, how you look at me and say, like, what's that? I beg. I did not join any mature single. And I'm married now. You get me? But watching Koinsola and Munachi, especially like when they had issues and they were fighting each other, and they sat with like, I think it was a marriage counselor in their church, you get me? And the lady spoke to them and they came out and they realized that, you know what? We're not fighting against each other. It's us against the world.
My mother is very, very intimidating now. Standing up to her is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. And he needs to understand that.
I do, but I need her in my corner. She just sat on there and did nothing while her mother insulted me like I was a piece of trash. It makes me think that she believes it.
It pisses me off when you talk like that.
Oh, it pisses you off.
It does. But
All
Mona,
I ask from you is have my back. That's all.
but Mona, I told you.
Okay.
Like, why can't you just say
Okay. There's no point fighting. It's not two of you against each other. It's two of you against the world. You guys are a team. And you're supposed to be united and in sync as much as is humanly possible.
Nobody knows Tabi this matter past. You get me? Like, we're all learning. I'm learning. You're learning. From this series, I saw the importance of having a mature person who you can trust, that serves God and loves God to speak into your life. By the way, Just Us Girls is actually a faith-based series talking about life and even girls and how you navigate relationship, and it's written by Pastor Mrs. Mildred Okonkwo. Her and her husband do relationship talk a lot, so I respect that. Yes, that's the first thing I learned. The second thing I learned is like little lies. Yeah, I'll say, man, I can't lie to you. Even I was guilty of little lies when I was single. Because sometimes it feels like I love this person. And that's literally like what Koinsola and Munachi. She loves Munachi to death, right? You can tell she loves him, you get me? But sometimes, a little lie will not hurt. You get me? Like, just if I just withhold some things a little from you, you get me? Like, yeah, I promise you, I don't want to hurt you. Little lies are wrong. And I liked how the movie showed you that little lies will hurt you, man. Koinsola like somebody who does little lies. And she's not doing it wickedly. Like how she lied to him all through about the mother. When he now found out about the mother, he was mad. But you guys, the savagery when Munachi met Koinsola's mother. You guys gotta watch this series. Like, see, in all the Nollywood movies that I've watched, I've watched when rich parents actually belittle their children's choice of spouse who's not as rich as they are. But I've not watched anyone as savage as what Koinsola's mother did to Munachi. What?
I brought you a cake.
What's this young man doing in my home?
Oh,
I'm
Mommy.
sure he can speak for himself. Or is he too dumb to speak?
Acted by Shafi Bello. That woman, the acts are big. Like, see, she brought Munachi down to the ground. Like, he couldn't even say a word. Like, he couldn't even speak. Hey! I was like, what is this? Thank God I don't have a man like that. Because if I was dating a man that I went to meet the mother and the mother spoke to me like that, Jesus Christ. Because someone like me said, what I'm doing safe, you get, it takes the grace of God for you to see me and see the future. So imagine when I say, what you're doing? You make videos or then little lies again yet. I think that the movie ended in the best way possible because you see that end was so good. Because when Munachi said, this doesn't look like home, or this is not home, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, why, Koinsola, why? Munachi now went on the ground, now knelt down. As in, you could tell that he was broken. Let me just tell you what I predict. I sincerely predict that Munachi is going to date that his co-worker. That's what I predict, because you can tell that she's going to give him peace of mind. And I feel like everyone should go for peace of mind. You can love a guy, or even guys, you can love a girl or love a guy a lot, that you can want to die for the guy. But if you notice this person just gives you more heartache than anything else, my dear, it's better to go for peace of mind. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you think you want to do just to prove to the person that you're the right person, it will not work, because it's going to even get worse except God's intervention. Baba, look for peace of mind. So I feel like, because guess what? He's broken on the floor. Who goes to meet him? His co-worker. Are you joking? That's what I think. But that little lie, that was the height of little lie. Koinsola, like, oh my gosh, man. Little lies, sometimes we cannot avoid it, but I've come to realize that it's better to just tell. And trust me, I used to do little like that. Yeah, I can't lie. And the final one is even our relationship with our parents. Yeah, I don't even know how anybody deals with a mother like Koinsola's mother. I've heard people tell me my parents were difficult, my father was difficult, my mother was difficult. My heart reaches out to you, because how can you have a mother that you cannot live your own life? Your brain is dead as far as the Koinsola's mother is concerned. Oh, it's a mother that has the reasoning. That's bad. That's wrong. If you have such a mother in your life, even what I think is you need to heal. Really need to go to therapy. You need to open the word. You know me, I'm a God girl now because really I found my answers in the Bible and working with God. God needs to tell you what it means to really be a parent. You get me? He needs to love you the right way just so that you don't pass that lifestyle and mentality to your child or to your children. And I bless God for the kind of parents I have. I won't lie, because I remember the day I told my moms I'm good with this finance thing. You can tell I've been getting job myself, but I want to push my own thing. I want to actually write. I want to blog. I want to do my own thing. I was expecting her to say no because I was earning well. I had a good job. I was good at my job. And she was like, Omi, you know what? I trust you. If this is what you want to do, you should do it. See, that was like fuel in my tank. That was what I used to push. Even when I wasn't making money, she stood by me. It's valuable to have parents. You don't even know the essence of that. What your child might be doing might not look like it's anything profitable to you. But look at how life is changing. Times are changing. 20 years from now, do we know about social media? Do we know about content creation? Do you know how much people are making a lot from skits? Do you know how much I'm making? So much money. Do you get me? Like, you got to have faith. I'm praying to God even for guardian. But yeah, Quensola and Munachi, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Now to my favorite couple, Ame and Brother Felix. Ha!
Represented by a color. It is well represented in several other things as well. It is in the suspicious moves.
The first thing I would say is I want to just big up the writer and everybody that made that movie because I liked how they gave that narrative to a Christian brother. Brother Felix is the head of the choir. Ame is also part of the choir. So she's the chorister, you get me? First of all, choir master is dating his chorister. And for the first time, I could see the mind of the person in domestic violence. She's not talking to anybody. Nobody knows anything about her relationship. When she has issues with the guy, she doesn't tell anyone. How? I know that it's hard to trust human beings. I get it. But if you really want to succeed in relationship, you got to find somebody to tell. God blessed me. I could tell my moms. My moms knew everything about me. Sometimes you might have looked like, you're telling your mother because she has my interest at heart. You get me? You got to find somebody to tell, even if it's your family member. Because in the movie, Ame has a brother. This is how my relationship is. Because that way you get a balance. You cannot only in a relationship, I won't lie to you. You cannot only be taking my grandma don't hurt me. Get me? It cannot be just what, especially if you're not married to this person, you're still dating. You cannot rely on only the guy or the lady's guidance. All is wrong, man. What? Because she's dating this guy. When he has issues, she can't tell anybody. The guy bruises her, beats her, gets wounds in her hand. Nobody knows about. Like what? Like, see, you are in a prison. You're not dating. See, you are in a prison. That's literally what it is when you're dating somebody who nobody knows anything. I'm not saying tell the whole world, but not even one trusted person. That's the first thing. Second thing is the guy now tells her to hide this. Why? Because they are choristers, Christian brother and Christian sister dating. So the guy now made her feel like she has to hide this. Why should anybody hide you? I don't care. See, even if he's a pastor, even if he's a co-pastor in the church, and it's happening in the church for real, which is sad. Even if it's a co-pastor in church that wants to strike you, Baba, tell your head pastor. Ame must have gotten to the point where she felt like she wasn't lovable and this guy was the only person that could love her. I seem crazy. But the part that shook me was when because Ame was trying to come out of the relationship. She was trying to come out here. And then the guy now played the fastest one on her. Watch this clip.
To do what? Forgive me? I thought you were born again. That you were living for Christ. But apparently I was wrong.
What's that supposed to mean?
That we should be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ has forgiven us. Jesus said, I do not say to you forgive him 7 times, but 70 times 7. These were the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Stop.
Don't you believe in the word of God again? Amen.
I was dazed. Did you see how this guy roped it into you're sinning, you're committing sin. Is this what Jesus will love? You can't see. Let me tell you something here. The church is a hospital. I used to hear this before. I didn't believe it, but now I believe it. It's true. Everybody get their own coin for body. We're all going there to get well. Do you get me? Yeah, man. That's why you got to read your Bible for yourself. So that when the pastor or anybody begins to talk, begin to talk opata, begin to talk off point, you will know that this is off point, because the same person who is telling Ame, oh, what are you talking about? Are you not committing sin? This same person is knocking you, is telling you shall be punished. Are you joking? Is that love? Is there any part in the Bible that anyone, Jesus, Paul, anyone talk about that kind of love? Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, but it's manipulation. You need somebody to talk to. You need a guidance. Like, you need to talk to somebody. It's important. You can't hide it to yourself. It's wrong. You're killing. Oh my gosh. Relationship is supposed, let me tell you something here. The person is supposed to come and lift you up. The same way you are lifting him up. You get lift you up in every way. Maybe he lifts you up in your career, in your self-esteem. It's supposed to be like what lifting. He said, two shall become one. Two is better than one. Not one is lording over one. It's wrong. The next thing I also realized is that we need to find out Ame's story. I'm very curious because I feel like there's also the need for having a father figure. I feel like when you don't have a father figure, you don't know what it is to love, which is also why I would say, like, brothers, men, stand up for your sister. Get to know about their relationship. Try, probe, ask them questions. However you talk to your sister, don't just say, do you have a boyfriend? No, ask them like your guy, gist with them, because that way you are saving your sister. If she doesn't have a father, she has to have a friend. I learned a lot of my old team relationship, I won't lie to you, because I was hanging out with my brother's friends a lot. Like, me not hanging out, but like they're always coming to the house and I'm in their midst, I'm hearing them. So I used to hear when they used to these girls, I mean not these girls, but like, see waiting this girl tell me, and she tell you that thing, how far? So I started to learn that, okay, these were things that you should not say to guys. You know, you brothers, we need you in the lives of your sisters. You need to teach your sisters. You're a guy, you know your fellow guys. Don't just act like, talk to them like your friends. Run things with them. Share experiences with your sisters. I'm telling you, tell your sisters your experience, your friends' experience. Give them stories. That way we have a balanced reasoning in our head. You get me? Like, it's so important, my darling. This series is amazing. Just us girls. See, if you can watch, maybe watch from last episode of season 1, because I will not lie to you, I did not really feel season 1, but season 2 is so sweet. It's so amazing. I really like the series. I like that it's faith-based. I like that it is clean. I like all the lessons that we are getting from it. Oh my God, did you guys watch where Ame and how did I forget this little girl? What's her name? Koinsola's cousin. Oh my God, she was one Smalley. They've introduced a new character. It's Smalley in university.
Well, it's about sex. Blood of Jesus Christ. Holy Ghost fire. Jesus. Come against every spirit of iniquity, carnality, evil thoughts. What are you doing thinking about such carnal things? I just need to know about. You don't need to know anything. Shut up.
University girl wants to start dating old man. The old man say, I don't want to date you. He claimed he said that girl is about to go and draft key. It's actually very interesting. Just us girls, you have to watch it. It's so nice. I give it like, I just rate it a lot, yeah. Now, for the extra B's, you get me. Let me recommend to you 3 movies that you have to see on YouTube as well. Oh my gosh, it's so good. The first one I'll tell you is Me or You on Ruth Kadri's YouTube channel. Chef's kiss. Me or You is actually a story about, you know, a girl between her friend and this guy that, you know, she started to date at some point. But I want to ask ladies, why is it that when we see a guy like a friend, you get me, and the guy starts to like us, we just don't want that? Like, why can't we just date our friends? I mean, I feel like, because when I have a friend, I'm looking at you like a friend. Like, I'm looking at you like, oh, I love you. No, you're my guy. I've had a guy in my life too that was my friend, and he told me at some point, oh, me, I like you. And I was just like, man, you shouldn't have said this thing to me, man. Like, you shouldn't have, because I don't want us not to be friends. The way I responded to him, I was young, Sha. That was the last day he spoke to me, because I liked the guy. Oh my gosh, but I'm sorry, I can't date you, man. Me or You is an interesting movie. I watched from the beginning to the end. It was so interesting that afterwards, I made a mistake. I went to look for all of Clinton's movies to watch. By the time I watched the third one, I was just like, nah, that's wrong. Because I liked his acting in this movie does not mean that I should go and watch all his movies, because I was so disappointed. The second movie I'll recommend to you that you have to watch, you guys, is Head of House. Oh, this is also on Ruth Kadri's page, my darling, but it's so good. Like, I don't think I've ever sensed Uche Sonia, like her acting. I mean, she's a human being, I love her, but her acting. But Head of House, she killed the role very well. I liked the story. The story was well woven. I mean, at some point you will see some at the beginning when she was pushing what's this guy? These are the grades down. But like, my sister, Alpha. But don't allow that put you off. Watch the movie, it's interesting. I liked how she stood up for her sister love. I liked also how they introduced her own love story. I liked that a lot. So I liked how every time the guy poured love on her, I liked how she reacted. I liked how it ended. Like, it's like, okay, so are they gonna date? Yeah, tell us now, because it was so sweet. I'm telling you, Head of House is fantastic. It's a sweet movie. Y'all gotta watch it. And my best of all best is Let the Best Man Win. Omoni Oboli's page on YouTube. Y'all gotta watch that movie. What? That movie was Saga. He's doing a fantastic job in Nollywood space, I'm telling you. You know, that thing that Saga was doing. Okay, now you guys, it feels like I'm back to like Omi, but this is today's episode, I'm sorry. That thing he started to do with Nico Rose was so good, because right now, Saga is now like, he's acting and he's not putting me off. He's actually fantastic. He's real, he's believable, he's good. For Saga, he obviously has been taking some acting school or training behind the scene that we don't know about, because he's amazing. But Let the Best Man Win is a story about this girl who went to go and open the door for her ex. Let me tell you something, ladies, draw your ear. Almost every lady has this particular ex that you know, that if you just check your phone on this blessed day, and you now see bang, 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 bang from this particular ex, my sister, delete it. Close the door. Don't open that door, because it's a trap. Because what? She opened the door to disaster, and disaster came in. That movie is... Everybody acted perfectly well in that movie. The story was so good. And let me tell you, ladies, let me tell you, even if you mistakenly make mistake, there's some things you don't say to a guy. You should never make a guy know that, hey, you don't need to teach them this. But I'm for real, man. Like, how do you tell a human being, a full-fledged human being that has brain, tell the person, you know, you were an itch that I wanted to scratch, and I've scratched. Are you mad? If they tell you that you're an itch that they wanted to scratch, and they scratch you, what you say? Men has come. Oh, women are what you don't say with your mouth. You have to find a way. You get me? You have to watch that movie. Let the Best Man Win. Fantastic. Saga was so good, so believable, so real. That is for the girls' chat today. Don't forget, ask me any question. And by the way, this episode is actually a request from one of my subscribers, Eunice. Eunice, I did this for you, and thank you for recommending this to me, because I really enjoyed Just Us Girls that I watched. So thank you. Yeah. So please, if you want me to discuss any topic at all, any scenario, whatever, talk to me, get me, send me a mail, come to my DM on Instagram. I'm Diomi or DK. Diomi. This is the person they talk about, yeah, on Instagram. Or comment in the comment section, Joe. And if you watch any of these movies, please tell me what you think about the movie. Did you like it? Do you feel like that this movie was so fake? I really want to hear your opinion. Tell me in the comment section, my darling. Okay, until next time, same station, same time on Saturday, we'll be giving you more tea on another episode of Girls Chat. I love you with all my heart. You mean so much to me. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.